Welcome to Charlottesville, Mr. Jefferson's University, the University of Virginia, where fans have been flooding the ground since early this morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense getting set for first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll try the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. He leaves it with the back. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find a...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but it still counts as a sack.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. You want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Second down coming up. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, just keeps firing. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Looking for space. It's Avery. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. The Cavaliers get it past the sticks.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
And when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck. Really nice job by the linebacker there.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. Here come the Irish back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Handoff from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not...
What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pin.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. You have field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love...
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Well, second and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. You're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for the touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. He'll bring it out. It's Gilbert. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good...
Trying to beat the D deep. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Give to the running back. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Using the quick game. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia.
Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, get clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Gilbert. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game,
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do, and get the 1st down.
Yeah, the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to go? I got to get low to the ground, and I'm going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first.
Gives it to the back on the draw. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got it And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Dropping back, it's Carr. Pulls it in. The ball pops out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Still on his feet at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now. And a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it at the 30. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Gilbert. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this.
Unloads it downfield. Brings it down on the right side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Avery. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points. On second down, looking again to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think the big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And they sniff that draw out. When a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. The QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here come the Irish back on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown, and it's his 4th interception of the game. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Cavaliers have pushed it inside the 20. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Looking for a crease. It's Avery. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Fires to the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Little touch pass to the receiver. Oh, look out. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Pocket starts to collapse.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Nice catch there. I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Fires to the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first progression.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
The give to the tailback. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. First down marker just short of the goal line. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Virginia.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is getting throttled right now inside Sanford Stadium, and frankly, it's been that way since the crowd started barking during the opening kick. They're trailing by 18 to Kentucky. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Finds his man, and they convert. Oh, the sweet feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Virginia 28, Notre Dame 7.
New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard.
He'll take the deep shot. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. To throw, it's Carr. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge,
and the pass is intercepted.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
Man, really nice job by the defense. Understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't.
Gonna let it fly. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it and keep running and chew up some yards after the catch.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. He'll just keep slinging it. Buys a little time with his feet. Sails one into the middle. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They want that clock to run. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. The give to the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Running back searching for a hole. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
On that last 3rd down play, if you're going to go draw, the quarterback's got to do a better job selling pass. I think he was just a little bit too quick getting the ball to the running back, and now here we are, 4th down.
A quick timeout call by the kicking team here.
Timeout, Virginia.
And the Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they